Page 57. D. Let's read about hieroglyphics. Mystery Hunters. Matt and Megan's blog.
Writing with pictures. In the ancient pyramids of Egypt, there were a lot of pictures on the walls. Scholars said the pictures were writing. These were called hieroglyphics, but no one was able to read them. In 1799, French soldiers discovered a stone near Rosetta, a city in Egypt. This famous stone helped scholars read the pictures. Today, we don't use hieroglyphics, but we have rebus writing. A rebus is a picture puzzle. Each picture is a sound. When you read these sounds together, you will know the meaning.
Page 58. Unit 7. About me. Let's talk. A. Listen and say.
Is that you?
Yes, it is.
Why were you hiding behind your dad?
I was shy.
Really? I don't believe it.
It's true. Sometimes I'm still shy.
Me too. I'm shy when I meet new people. How old were you in this photo?
I was 5.
When did you learn how to do karate?
When I was 4.
You looked cute.
Page 58. Language focus.
Really? I don't believe it.
It's true. Page 59. B. Practice the words. Number 1.
Outgoing.
Number 2.
Shy.
Number 3.
Friendly.
Number 4.
Studious.
Number 5.
Cheerful.
Number 6.
Generous.
Page 59. B. Ask and answer.
What are they like?
They are outgoing. Number 1.
What are they like?
They are outgoing.
Number 2.
What are they like?
They are shy.
Number 3.
What are they like?
They are friendly.
Number 4.
What are they like?
They are studious.
Number 5.
What are they like?
They are cheerful.
Number 6.
What are they like?
They are generous.
Page 59. C. Listen and sing. What's she like?
What's she like? She's shy. She's very, very shy. Is she friendly? Yes, she is, but she's very, very shy. Is she studious? Yes, she is. Is she cheerful? Yes, she is. Is she generous? Yes, she is, but she's very, very shy.
Page 60. Let's learn. A. Learn the words. Number 1.
Learn how to walk.
Number 2.
Learn how to write my name.
Number 3.
Learn how to read.
Number 4.
Learn how to ride a bike.
Number 5.
Learn how to ice skate.
Number 6.
Learn how to tie my shoes.
Page 60. B. Ask and answer.
Kate and Jenny are looking at old pictures.
When did you learn how to write your name?
I learned how to write my name when I was 5.
Number 1.
When did you learn how to write your name?
I learned how to write my name when I was 5.
Number 2.
When did you learn how to walk?
I learned how to walk when I was 1.
Number 3.
When did you learn how to read?
I learned how to read when I was 4.
Number 4.
When did you learn how to ride a bike?
I learned how to ride a bike when I was 6.
Page 61. C. Ask and answer.
When did he learn how to walk?
He learned how to walk when he was 1.
1. 1 year old.
Number 1.
When did he learn how to walk?
He learned how to walk when he was 1.
Number 2.
When did she learn how to read?
She learned how to read when she was 6.
Number 3.
When did she learn how to ride a bike?
She learned how to ride a bike when she was 8.
Number 4.
When did he learn how to tie his shoes?
He learned how to tie his shoes when he was 5.
Number 5.
When did she learn how to ice skate?
She learned how to ice skate when she was 9.
Number 6.
When did he learn how to write his name?
He learned how to write his name when he was 4.
Page 61. D. Listen and chant. How old were you?
How old were you when you learned how to run?
I was 1. I was 1.
How old were you when you went to the zoo? I was 2. I was 2. How old were you when you learned how to ski? I was 3. I was 3. I was 3. When I learned how to ski. I was 2. When I went to the zoo.
I was 1. When I learned how to run.
Page 62. Let's learn more. A. Learn the words. Number 1.
Fly a helicopter.
Number 2.
Run a marathon.
Number 3.
Visit London.
Number 4.
Speak more languages.
Number 5.
Play golf.
Number 6.
Drive a car.
Number 7.
Act in a play.
Number 8.
Conduct an orchestra.
Page 62. B. Make sentences.
Scott, Jenny, Andy, and Kate are daydreaming.
I wish I could conduct an orchestra.
Number 1.
I wish I could conduct an orchestra.
Number 2.
I wish I could run a marathon.
Number 3.
I wish I could fly a helicopter.
Number 4.
I wish I could act in a play.
Page 63. C. Play a game. Ask and answer.
What does she wish she could do?
She wishes she could speak more languages.
Page 64. Let's read. A. Listen and read along. Then read again. Learn how to juggle.
Have you ever wished you could juggle? Here's how. Start with 3 beanbags. 1. Throw beanbag A from hand to hand. It's easy, but don't be careless. The beanbag should come to eye level. 2. Use a pair of beanbags. Throw beanbag A. Just before you catch it, throw beanbag B. 3. Add 1 more beanbag. Throw beanbag A. Just before you catch it, throw beanbag B. Then, just before you catch beanbag B, throw beanbag C. Practice a lot and you'll be a juggler.
Page 64. B. Choose the correct answer. Number 1.
How many beanbags should you start with?
Number 2.
How should you throw beanbag A?
Page 65. E. Listen and write. Do you hear air or Number 1.
Pear.
Number 2.
Juggler.
Number 3.
Flower.
Number 4.
Chair.
Number 5.
Hair.
Page 66. Unit 8. In the future. Let's talk. A. Listen and say.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to Egypt.
Why?
I'd like to see the pyramids. What about you? Where would you go?
I'd go to Antarctica.
Why would you go there? It's cold.
I'd like to see penguins.
If you want to see penguins, we can go to the zoo.
That's true. The zoo is warmer than Antarctica.
Page 66. Language focus.
I would go to Egypt.
Why?
I'd like to see the pyramids.
I would. I'd. Page 67. B. Practice the words. Number 1.
The Amazon jungle.
Number 2.
Mount Everest.
Number 3.
The bottom of the ocean.
Number 4.
The pyramids of Egypt.
Number 5.
The moon.
Number 6.
The equator.
Page 67. B. Ask and answer.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the Amazon jungle. Number 1.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the Amazon jungle.
Number 2.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to Mount Everest.
Number 3.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the bottom of the ocean.
Number 4.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the pyramids of Egypt.
Number 5.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the moon.
Number 6.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the equator.
Page 67. C. Listen and sing. If you could go anywhere.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go? I'd take a plane to Mexico. If If you could buy anything, what would you buy?
I'd buy an airplane and learn how to fly.
If you could be anything, what would you be? I'd be a tiger running up a tree. If you could do anything, what would you do?
I'd have a party and I'd invite you.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I take a plane to Mexico.
If you could buy anything, what would you buy?
I'd buy an airplane and learn how to fly.
If you could be anything, what would you be?
I'd be a tiger running up a tree.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I'd have a party and I'd invite you.
Page 68. Let's learn. A. Learn the words. Number 1.
Go to Antarctica.
Number 2.
Go to Mars.
Number 3.
Meet a TV star.
Number 4.
Meet a sports star.
Number 5.
Buy a pony.
Number 6.
Buy a motorbike.
Number 7.
Go kayaking.
Number 8.
Go skydiving.
Page 68. B. Make sentences.
The children are dreaming. What would they do if they could do anything?
If I could do anything, I would buy a pony.
Number 1.
If I could do anything, I would buy a pony.
Number 2.
If I could do anything, I would go kayaking.
Number 3.
If I could do anything, I would go to Mars.
Number 4.
If I could do anything, I would buy a motorbike.
Page 69. C. Ask and answer.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would go to Hawaii. Number 1.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would go to Hawaii.
Number 2.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would meet a TV star.
Number 3.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would buy a bird.
Number 4.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would sail a boat.
Number 5.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would meet a sports star.
Number 6.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would go to New York.
Number 7.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would fly a helicopter.
Number 8.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would go rafting.
Page 69. D. Listen and chant. If you could do anything.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I'd climb Mount Everest from Kathmandu.
I would. If I could. I would. If I could.
If you could speak any language, what would you speak?
I'd speak French, English, Japanese, and Greek.
I would. If I could. I would. If I could.
If you could buy anything, what would you buy?
I'd buy a little plane and learn how to fly.
I would. If I could, I would. If I could.
Page 72. Let's read. A. Listen and read along. Then read again. Coco.
Coco is an amazing gorilla. She can talk. She learned how to use American Sign Language when she was 1 year old. She was born on July 4th, 1971. Her full name is Hanabi Ko. That means fireworks child in Japanese. Every year, she has a birthday party. She and her friends eat her favorite foods: apples, carrots, corn, and tofu. There is always cake, too. Coco likes kittens because their fur is soft. She likes to pet them and listen to them purr. If I could meet anyone, I would meet Coco.
Page 72. B. Choose the correct answer. Number 1.
What does Coco do every year?
Number 2.
What animals does Coco like?
Page 73. E. Listen and write. Do you hear or Number 1.
Gorilla.
Number 2.
Fur.
Number 3.
Corn.
Number 4.
Purr.
Page 74. Let's review. Units 7 and 8. A. Listen and check. Number 1.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would go kayaking.
Number 2.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would meet a TV star.
Number 3.
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
I would go to the pyramids of Egypt.
Number 4.
If you could do anything, what would you do?
I would buy a motorbike.
Page 74. B. Listen and check. Number 1.
I wish I could drive a car.
Number 2.
I wish I could visit London.
Number 3.
I wish I could speak more languages.
Number 4.
I wish I could run a marathon.
Page 74. C. Listen and match. Number 1.
Amy learned how to walk when she was 1.
Number 2.
Brad learned how to tie his shoes when he was 5.
Number 3.
Nick learned how to ride a bike when he was 9.
Number 4.
Emma learned how to ice skate when she was 7.
Page 75. D. Let's read about the mysterious drawings. Mystery Hunters, Matt and Megan's blog.
The Nazca Lines, Mysterious Drawings. In the Nazca Desert in Peru, there are hundreds of giant drawings of animals and shapes. The drawings are thousands of years old and very large. Some are almost 1 kilometer long. You can easily see the lines when you walk in the desert, but on the ground, they just look like lines in the dirt. You can only see the pictures from high in the sky, and they were drawn long before there were airplanes. Who made the Nazca drawings? How did they make them? And who looked at them from the sky? It's a mystery.
End of CD 2.